My first hook suspension, I remember when my feet first came off the ground, like, I remember just holding onto my shoulders because, like, it was pulling my skin, so I felt like I needed, like, to hold something. It was funny. This is where I was supposed to be, like, my whole life. Like, I was waiting my whole life for this moment, and I've never felt so at home than anywhere but in the air. If people were to be really negative about it, like, it wouldn't really change me because I'm like, I enjoy it. You don't have to enjoy it. You don't even have to look at it. Like, I'm not gonna like argue with people if they think they know my life better than me. Fun fact, my first piercing was a reward for getting straight A's in school. So that stigma that, oh, they're pierced, dread, what a rebel, they're probably... No, I had 2 jobs and working hard at school getting 4.0s. I'm not a rebel. Like, I'll civilly disobey. I would watch videos of suspensions and I would just be like, I'm never doing that, I'm never doing that. And I was 16 and I just watched some videos and I got more into the history of it. And in some native tribes, a single point suspension from the chest was considered a rite of passage, a coming of age. I was looking everywhere for my 18th birthday, like, where can I get a hook suspension done? There was no one in Utah doing it. No one. So the closest I could find was like Nevada, Las Vegas. So I was trying to plan trips with my mom, and my mom was like, no. For 4 years, I was just kind of scouting around, and I was on Tumblr, of all places, and I was friends with somebody who did a suspension and who does other modifications, and I saw a picture of him suspending. Part of the hashtags were like hashtag Utah, hashtag Blue Boutique, and I was like, what? I bugged the hell out of him on Tumblr until he finally was like, hey. They introduced me to Derek, who is the other piercer, who is now my piercer. For my first suspension, it was really, really exciting. I was 20 years old, and we probably spent about an hour hiking up to this tree. I got to name the tree. I named the tree Wampa, and they set up the whole ringing and everything. What it was for me at that point was more of like a baptism, more of like, get rid of all the negativity in your life and just, you know, rebuild yourself. It was like a rebirth. People think that it's compensating for something. I'm like, well, it kind of is. You know, I have my own problems, and that's okay. You know, everybody does, and I'm not going to deny that I have them. But for me, it's a way of conquering my own issues. So for hook suspension, it's like that immense amount of pain in a more positive way, a less destructive kind of way. It really teaches me that if I just focus my energy, I can really hone myself and just take control of my body. It's not just what we're capable of, it's also like what we're capable of as far as perception and changing our own perception. Because I went from like, oh, I hate humanity to, oh, humanity exists. So it's like, that's like, I can't change people's mindsets, you know, like I understand that it is a very alternative thing. And I would say that if people could get past the pain idea, that some people would really enjoy it because it is like flying. But I'm not going to push people to try it, and I don't think people should push me to not do it. Because for me, it's just wonderful. I love it.